Alright, it's time to play my favorite game, Mimic Logic. Okay, let's just check everything first. Sure, I guess. Never mind. That's a bit nothing. Sure. What? Okay. What is? Okay, there's nothing else. And then I gotta play standard 4. Standard level 4? Is it that? Hmm. I feel like there's. Yeah, sure. Let's do this. Yeah. Okay, diagonal down left from me is a mimic. Isn't a mimic. Okay, so it's not you guys. So we can open that. Diagonal down right from me is a mimic. Diagonal up right from me isn't a mimic. Okay, so maybe you guys are the liars. Diagonal up right from me is a mimic. Diagonal down right from me is a mimic. So this is a 1-1. The angle upright from it is a mimic. Okay, so this is the mimic, and basically that's. Alright. There is a mimic among the blue boxes. The box on the right isn't a mimic. Well, let's say this is a mimic, then that means that would be true. The angle up left from me is a mimic. Okay, and then this would be the answer. Upright from me, the angle down left from me is a mimic. Okay, that fits. Alright, let's do the next one. Eat all candy. No, no need. Not yet, anyways. Okay, let's do this. There is a mimic among the red box. This. Well, if you're all lying, then this would be the answer, which does make sense actually. Well, at least I know that. Actually, this is true. Actually, this is very much true. Is all I know. Black is already telling the truth because it's referring to itself. So, uh, even if I do my best, it's not gonna. Okay, how about that? Alright, there we go. And then boom. Okay. So what else? There is no mim. Okay, there is a. Okay, that confirms you. Okay. The box on the left is a mimic. There is no mimic among the black boxes. Well, I know this is true. But I need to think about the others first. First of all, there is a mimic among the black boxes. Okay, so basically it's saying this and this. There is no mimic among the black boxes. Okay, so alright, how about this? You're telling the truth. You're lying, you're lying, you're lying. And then this is true. Okay, what is the other possibility? Okay, the other possibility is you're lying. There is a mimic among the block boxes. A lie. This is true. This is true. This is true. That's not possible. Okay. So therefore, this is the answer. All right. Let's move to the next one. Okay, let's just one shot this. Okay. Attack candy. Zero mimics. Okay. Well, there's at least. Okay, let's say you're lying. Then there's no mimic here. And then you're telling the truth. There's no mimic among the blue boxes. I wouldn't be sure about that. There's no mimic among the black boxes. You're lying. Zero mimics are. You're also lying. And that's way too many liars. Okay, so that doesn't work. Okay. So you guys lying is impossible. Which means you both are lying. I think. Zero mimics are hiding red boxes. I think that's true. Okay, so that's true. That's true. That's also true. Well, you guys are automatically telling the truth, which means this is telling the truth. So, yeah. Wow. Wait, wait, wait. I think I missed a logic. Oh, yeah, there's three mimics. Oh, yeah. Wait. Well, damn. All right, fine then. Let's do this again. I'll pay more attention this time. Let me see. There's a mimic among the blue boxes. There is no mimic among. Okay, this is a 1-1. Let me see. That's a joint. There's a mimic among the black boxes. There is no mimic among the black boxes. Well, let's say you're both lying. Then it would be like this. There's a mimic. I mean, that fits, I guess. What's this? Top row has at least one mimic. Yeah, that's true. And this one of these must be a mimic. Uh, you're lying. Okay, that's diagonal upright for me isn't a mimic. Okay, you're lying. There you go. Gladius. Okay. Sure. Sure. What should I buy? I think I should buy attack candy. Eat the candy. There you go. So what else? Bottom row has at least one mimic. Okay, I think this is always true. This means upright for me is a mimic. Up left for me. The top row. Okay, you're lying. I think the rest is a mimic. Okay, there you go. I don't need to mark the other one. Let's see. Okay, I think that's enough. Let's kill you. Okay. The box on the right isn't a mimic. Okay, let's say you're both lying. There's no mimic. Okay. And then boom. And then, okay, that's not enough. I think this is true by default. Alright, so you're both mimics, but one of these isn't a mimic. Let me see. Okay, so you're telling the truth. Yep. There you go. 9. Actually, I should unequip this sword. Yes. There you go. Attack candy. That's good. Bottom row. Nope, I don't see that. There's a mimic among the blue boxes. Okay, let's focus on this. Well, this is always true, right? Yeah, this is always true. Let me see. You're always lying. There's a mimic among the blue boxes. This is true. I'm not sure about that. You're lying. Okay, so your default then truth, and then one of you is lying. One mimic is hiding in a red box. That's true. Okay, so you're lying, and then that's the answer. Okay. 29. I need at least 15, I guess. Is there another answer here? Okay, there you go. Let's just use the bow because it has 16. So, and then boom. Oh, there's a shop. All right. Who's this? Yeah, sure. Okay, I healed. Good. Let me see. Equip the best. Let me just sell useless stuff. Okay. I still need that bow. Alright. Cure M? Sure, I'll buy. Um. Okay. Is there anything else I have? Cookie. I have cookie. Whatever. Fine. I think this is fine, yeah. There's a mimic among. Yeah, this is true. Okay. Okay, so there are three mimics. Oh, this is true. This is lying. Okay. Let's see. There's no mimic among. You could be self-lying. There's no mimic among the. There is a mimic among the red. Now hold on a second. Okay, so hmm, there is a mimic among the red boxes. You could be lying because this could be innocent, but you could be telling the truth. Well, that's true. So I don't know which one is lying. Interesting. This is where the blue crystal comes into play. Okay. At least I got the devil's armor. Alright. The leftmost column contains no mimics. That could be a lie. I need something to wake that up. No, it's sleeping. Okay. The box on the right is a mimic. Okay, the box on the right is a mimic. Okay, fine, whatever. Let's just do this. I want to focus. Let me see. Okay, this is true always. Okay. And then this is third. So if that's the case, these are all innocent. Okay. Okay, so what's the box above me is a mimic. Okay, so the box above me is a mimic. No, it's innocent. The box on the right is a mimic. Okay. Okay, I think. Okay, the box on the right is a mimic. That's true. Let me see. Okay, so which one is lying here? Okay, let me see. You could be lying. You could be lying. I guess I won't know. I don't know. I don't know which is the answer. I can't gamble that. Yeah. What the heck? Okay. Jesus. Okay, how about this? Oh my. No, actually, just unequip the damn thing. I did not expect that. Alright, let's do this. The top row contains no mim. Well, you can't all be lying. You're four people. Anyways, the bottom row has at least. Well, you're not wrong about that. Even if you're lying, there's still no space, so you're always telling the truth. So, let's see. The rightmost column has. Yeah, that's true. So this has to be the answer. Okay. 69 HP. Okay, let's kill this. Let me check something first. Okay, it's working. Okay, the box above me is not a mimic. There's a mimic among the black boxes. Okay, so basically this is a 1-for-1. There's no mimic among the blue. There is a mimic among the blue boxes. Okay, so this is okay. You're correct. You're lying. Okay, I found all the mimics. Nice. Wait. The box on the left is a mimic. You're lying. Wait a second. There's something weird here. Oh, you're telling the truth. Yeah. I think that's the answer. Yep. Fine. There you go. Okay, let's kill this. Jesus. I need. It's very, very close to breaking the weapon. Alright, stop. Okay. The box on the left is a mimic. The box on the left is not a mimic. Mm. Okay, let's say you both are mimics. Then this person's lying, and then never mind, that's impossible. Yeah, you're always telling the truth. I mean, yeah, you're always telling the truth. So, yeah, one of these is definitely lying. There's a mimic among the red boxes, so you're the mimic. You're lying. One of these is lying. Your default telling the truth. You're lying then, and then boom. Yep. Alright, let's do the next one. Okay, let's just do this. Okay, never mind. I gotta switch gear. Power Axe. Alright, let's do this. Alright, let's switch. The armor is gonna freaking break. What's this? Yeah, sure. Okay, what? Okay, I have such bad luck. Alright. Okay, let's just... Never mind. I guess I'll just sell the damn armor. Wait, do I really have... Wait, I have another devil's armor. I guess we'll sell one of the devil's armor. How does this even work? Like, do I just sell it and equip the best? Never mind. It's still shit. Alright. So do I just sell the damn thing? Okay. I guess I'll just wear blue armor and then I'll sell the damn... How about the weapon? Oh my god. Let's wear this. Okay, and then I'll buy a blue crystal. It restores gear durability. I don't think I need that. But I do need defense, so... Do I even have money? Oh. Heals. Whoops, I have nothing. Wait. Wait. I need money. Wait. Dude, I need money. Wait. Wait. I need money. I need money. Wait, that's so stupid of me. I should have. Alright, there we go. I need to heal. Okay, there. Okay, that's good. Okay, there we go. That's better. That feels a lot better. Okay. The box on the right is a mimic. Okay, let's say you're both lying. Then you're telling the truth, and then you're telling the truth. The top row has at least one mimic. I'm not sure about that. I think you guys would have to be like this, and that actually fits. So this must be the truth. Alright, let's check. The box on the right. The box above me. The box above me. Holy. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Let's just do this. The box on the right is a mirror. Alright, let's do this. Right. No matter how you spin it, these people claiming that somebody else isn't a mimic has to be true. Because there's literally no space. Like, well, that still has space. Actually, never mind. Let's just do this. Okay. Okay, you're a mimic. You're lying. The box on the right isn't a mimic. You're lying, and then boom. Okay. Okay, let's one-shot this. And then I think I'm fine using the power one. Okay. Super attack candy. There's no mimic Hmm. I think this is the truth. You're lying. Okay, so what else? There's a mimic among the blue boxes. So you're telling the truth by default. And then boom. Alright, this is the answer. Alright. Let's sell the damn gut candy. I don't need that. I'll just take the super attack and then boom. Okay, that hurts a lot. That really hurts a lot. Alright. The bottom row has at least one mimic. Okay, there we go. Okay, so one of the damn freaking black boxes is lying. Okay. Let's just open this first. There is no mimic among the blue boxes. Okay, so you're lying. Okay, you're lying. Okay, that leaves only one more mimic. Let's say you're lying, then everybody here is telling the truth. Which can happen actually. Okay, so the box below me isn't a mimic. Well, you guys are default telling the truth, which means you're default telling the lie. Which means this is the answer. Yep, alright. Okay, I need to sell the damn gut candy. That's super useless. Sure, this is also useless. Wake up pill? Energy drink? I don't think. Whatever. Let's just buy something. Should I buy more defense? Sure. Eat candy. Okay. The bottom row has at least one. Oh, wow, wait. There's a mimic among the top boxes. Zero mimics are hiding in the top box. There's a mimic among the blue boxes. Okay, let's assume you both are mimics. Then you would be telling the truth. There's a mimic among the blue boxes, you're telling the truth. The bottom row has at least one mimic. Shoot. But you would be telling that lie, and then boom, and then. I think this is the answer. Never mind. I I got it wrong. Never mind. Random. The number of mimics is guaranteed to be less than half of, or is it doubt? Mimics only tell the truth, but all normal boxes, the same color as the mimic, will lie. Number of mimics is random. Maybe I should try confuse mode. Yeah? Alright. Okay, fine. The top row contains a mimic. Wait, you could be confused. This is so messed up. Okay, let me see. The bottom row contains no mimics. You could be confused. You could be confused. The bottom row contains a mimic. So you could never, but you could be confused. Wait, the right column contains no mimics. You could be lying. Okay, wait. Let's say the bottom row contains a mimic. But then both of these people are saying bottom row contains. Okay, this could be confused and this could be the mimic. And then all of these people are telling the truth. But that's impossible. Okay, so I think I understand what's happening here. So basically, you're telling the truth and you're just fucking confused. This is good, and then you're telling the truth, and then boom. There you go. I understand. I understand. This is gonna be so messed up, but I can figure it out. There's a mimic among the black boxes. Okay. This must be true. Truth. Right. It's confused mode. Okay, I think I understand. Okay. Okay. Okay, this is very interesting. Okay. I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this mode. All right. Is there any information which is the same thing? This one is the same thing. Now, the first instance is what if this is confused and this is the truthful person? But then why would they say that? So, the good conclusion is that this is confused. This is confused. This is confused. And then this is truth, and then this is liar. There you go. What? Now wait a second. Wait. The top, you know what? Ah, you know what? That's also true. They, the wait. Okay, wait. Okay. The top row contains a mimic. The bottom row contains a mimic. Okay, let's just see the same information. Okay. Okay, so firstly, they both say this, but this could be confused, and this could be that, and then you're truthful. Never mind, that's not possible. Okay, how about this? You're both truthful, and you're a mimic. That's right. And then you're confused, but then you're also confused. That doesn't make sense. Okay, so that means this must be confused, which means this is true, this is bad, this is bad. Okay, I think I got it. There you go. I have to keep double checking. There's no mimic among. Okay, first of all, I don't know if this is a lie. Okay, so think about it like this. There is no mimic among the black boxes. What if the confusion and the mimic is here? Then that means this must be true, which means it's fine. It's actually fine, yeah. And they're both saying the same information, which means it's practically impossible for the confused to be there. Which means I don't know which one of the black boxes is lying. And I guess I'll just use this. Yeah, sure. What the heck? I got some lame ass stick. Alright, fine. Okay. It's been a while since I played confused mode. Alright. There is a mimic among. Okay, is there anything that's like the same information? Okay, let me see. You're a mimic. They're all telling the truth. Let's just assume that. And then you're confused. But then you're also confused. Okay, so that's impossible. Black, this cannot be a mimic. This cannot be a mimic, is what I'm understanding. Okay, so this cannot be a mimic, but can it be truthful? There is a mimic among the black boxes. You're both lying because you have the confused, I think. And then all of these are truthful. But then why would you lie? You said there's a mimic among. So you're not a mimic. You can't be truthful either, which means you're confused. So which means this must be true, but you're confused. Which means you're truthful, which means you're truthful, and then that means you're the mimic. I think. Yeah, I think that's correct. Let's see here. Okay, I'm not. I cannot one shot it. Let's just do this instead. Wooden sword. How about this? Okay, looks like my damn mage friend is not. doing their very best at helping me. Oh, here. Albert. Oh, now you help. Okay. Fine. Let's just use the stick. Okay. Okay, so first of all, I need to examine every scenario. The box below me is a mimic. Let's say you're confused. This guy is actually innocent. There is no mimic among the red boxes. The bottom row contains a mimic. That means you're the mimic, and then boom. But then why would you lie? Okay, that's impossible. The box below me is a mimic. You cannot be confused, is what I'm understanding here. You cannot be confused. You cannot be confused. Okay. So you're not confused, which means you're either a mimic or not a mimic. Okay, let's assume you're a mimic, then that means everybody here is innocent. But then you're lying. But you're telling the truth. But then you're also lying. Okay, so you're truthful, and this is actually the mimic. I think this is the answer, yeah? There's no mimic among the top row. Yeah, and who is the confused? Let me see. You're the confused. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Okay, okay, okay. Let's do this. 9 HP. Okay, let's just... There you go. This one. Okay, I don't need the other one then. Let's just one-shot it. Okay. Attack candy. Alright, the box below me is a mimic. The box on the right is a mimic. Okay, let's just... Oh, you know what? Let's just... Okay, first of all, we gotta focus on something. First of all, let's assume this is a mimic. And that means this is all true. And you're confused. The same number of mimics in red and black boxes. I mean, that's not true as well. So, okay, so it's not possible for you to be a mimic, is what I'm understanding. So you must be truthful or confused. Okay, let's assume you're confused. Then, if you're confused, the box below me is a mimic, then you're telling the truth. And then this is the answer. But you would be lying. Wait. So this isn't a freaking confused. This isn't a freaking mimic, which means you're truthful, which means this is really okay. That makes sense. Okay. The box on the right is the mimic. You're the confused. Okay, I think that's the answer. Yeah. What the heck? Why do I have so many gut candies? Oh, whatever. Okay, there we go. Let's do this. Do I have anything else? Nope. Okay, let's just do that. Okay. I gotta heal. Heal. Heal 20 guts? I don't know. Seems kind of bad for a price. Oh yeah, let's do lottery. I love lottery. Oh my. I hate you. Whatever. Let's just buy Cure M and one crystal, I guess. And then a bunch of defense candies, I guess. I think this is okay, but like, I think I need some kind of food, right? Oh my, whatever, fine. I don't need that. I don't need food. I don't need it. Guys, it's still one mimic and one confused box. Okay, this is still doable. There is a mimic among the red boxes. Okay, well, I just open you, but I don't trust you. You know? Okay, let's assume. Okay, again, we're gonna assume this is a mimic. Then this is innocent. Okay, let's do that. And then you're confused. Okay, there's no mimic among the black boxes. Diagonal down right from me isn't a mimic. Okay, this makes sense, but I shouldn't assume things. Okay, so the theory that this is a mimic works well. How about this? This is a this is a truthful chest. And then there's no mimic among black boxes. But then that would be telling the truth. Never mind. So is this never lying? Oh yeah, there's no this is never lying actually. Because it's referring to another box. And then the angle down right from me isn't a mimic. Yeah. Yeah, they're referring to other boxes. They can't be lying. That could be a lie. The box on the left isn't a mimic. Well, you could be lying. Actually, wait. If you're a mimic, then that would be telling the truth because there's only one mimic. Look. Okay, let's just open it. Okay. You're lying. There are more mimics in red than black boxes. I mean, that could be true. They're both saying the same information though. So this must be true, right? Yeah, diagonal down left from me isn't a mimic. Well, that could be a confused, right? Well, you're never lying though, I think. Yeah. You could be confused though. Yeah. Let me see. Both of you are saying different things. I don't know. Okay, let's say this is the confused and the good one. Then this is the mimic. But what if you're the confused? Okay, let's assume this is the confused. Then that means this is a mimic. Okay? And then this would be truthful. But why would it ever be truthful? Yeah, that doesn't make sense. You both are like lying, right? No, it doesn't make sense. I don't know. If one of the black boxes becomes a mimic, it always lies. So this is default the only way that somebody could be a mimic. Yeah, exactly. It just doesn't add up if that happens. Okay, let's just buy something. Let's buy a bun. I need more time to think. Let me see. And then defense candy. Alright, let's just keep on doing this. I just need more time to think. One mimic is hiding in a red box. That could be a lie. Actually, never mind. This could never be a lie. Or this could never be the mimic itself. Let me see. There's no mimic among the blue boxes. You both could be. Actually, never mind. You both are referring to somebody else. There is no mimic among the blue boxes. Okay, so this is true information, which means. There you go. I don't need to read the rest. Okay. Jesus Christ. There you go. Okay. Alright. There is no mimic among the red boxes. You could be a mimic yourself. This is always fine to open. The bottom row contains a mimic. You could be a mimic yourself, and you're lying. There's no mimic. You could be a mimic yourself. The top row contains no mimics. You're fine. The bottom row contains a mimic. Okay, so these are fine to open, but I need more time to think for the other boxes. Okay, so basically, what if we assume, let's assume this is true information, then this is the mimic, and then everybody else is telling the truth. The top row contains some mimics, there's no mimic among the red boxes, the bottom row contains a mimic. Actually, let's just, never mind. This could be a mimic, you know. It's very dangerous to open that, so. Okay, so the same number of mimics. Hmm. Can this ever be a lie? The same number of mimics in blue and red boxes. I need to test that theory. It seems like this is a lie. If that's the case. This becomes the confused, if that's the case. Okay, let's assume, what if you're the confused? You. Then boom. And then you're fine, and then everybody here is fine, but then it would... So this could never be confused, which means this is true information. Okay. Is there anything else I need to know? Okay, so what if this is confused? There is no mimic among the blue boxes. This is a mimic, and then boom, boom. The bottom row contains a mimic, the bottom row contains a mimic, there's a mimic among the red boxes. That's possible. That's possible. What if you're confused? Then there's no mimic really among the blue boxes. Which means you're the mimic, and then boom. There's no mimic among the red boxes. Okay, so if I got this right, there's always like a scenario where you guys are the mimic. How about you? Is there a scenario where you're the mimic? There's no mimic among the red boxes. You're lying, which means you're lying and you're lying, and then that doesn't really make sense, which means you're always telling the truth, or at least you're always safe to open. And then, what if you're confused? Yeah. Let's assume that you're confused, and then you're a mimic. But then why same number of mimics in blue and red boxes, huh? But then that would make too many liars. So this has to be true, at least. At least it has to be. Yeah. So these could never be. This could never be the confused. Yeah. Whatever. Let's just use the thing. I need to use the blue crystal. There you go. And then oh, nice. Okay. Let's just check everything first. The bottom row contains no mimics. Well, this is always can never be a mimic themselves. Can never be a mimic themselves. Can never be a mimic themselves. Oh, none of the red boxes contains any code. Everybody's a red box here. So you're clearly lying. Okay, so bottom row contains... Yeah, it is true. Yeah, there is some gold. Okay, I can see that. It says gold 1. Isn't a mimic. Yeah, that's also true. Alright, I don't really... Wait, actually... Did I miss something? Let me see. Let me see. Weapon, items, gold 1. There's 2 gear. Oh, I'm missing 1 more gear. I got the 2 items, but I'm missing 1 more gear. Okay, fine. I'll use an item for this. I'm kind of curious what the last item is. It's a red leaf. I hate my life. Fine, whatever. Fine. It's just a red leaf. Fine. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Fine. Alright, the halberd is gonna break, so I gotta switch to wooden axe. Let's just do this. Okay. Alright, so how many do I need to heal? Uh, I guess I'll do this. It's cheaper. Of course, I'm gonna be missing a few things. Let's just buy this. Just buy this. Right? I think that's good. There are two mimics. Oh no, this is so bad. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. The top row contains no mimics. Uh, uh, okay, this could be like this, and then boom. But you're telling the truth, and then you're telling the lie, and then Jesus Christ. Why? Why? Whatever. Fine. I'll just open this. Bottom row. Jesus, man. Okay. 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 Chill. What if you're lying? Okay, I'll just imagine there's three liars, okay? The most contains some mimics, you're lying. You're lying. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, what the hell? What if you're lying? You're lying. There really is nothing at the top row. You're just confused. One of you is confused. I'm just gonna assume that. And then this is the big lie. And then this is the big lie. And then this is good. And then this is good. Okay, so that's the possibility. You're already listed as X in another world. Okay. So you guys are listed as X. So many possibilities. But this is always true for some reason. Which means this is true information. Focus. Okay, what if you're confused? This really has no mimics. Then... then why did it... Wait. That doesn't make sense, wait. Okay, so you can never be confused, I think. You can never be confused because if this was true, then you would also be confused. Is what I'm understanding. Yeah, exactly. So that's the thing, yeah. Okay. So this could never be a lie, which means this is always a mimic. Okay. Actually, no, it's not always actually yes, it is always a mimic. Okay. The top row has at least one mimic. It means there really is no mimic at the top row. Anyways, the rightmost, you're lying. This is true. Okay, so which one is the freaking confused then? I already know the answer for everything else. The top row, the bottom row contains some mimics. So you're the confused. I think. Yeah, you're the confused. Or maybe, what if you're the... No, there's no way. That's impossible. Okay, there you go. The leftmost column contains no mimics. There is no mimic among the red boxes. The bottom row has at least one mimic. There is a mimic among the black boxes. What a pain, what a pain, what a pain, what a pain, what a pain. Okay, I need to figure out if this box is a mimic or not. So firstly, I have to assume that this one is a mimic. And everybody who talks here is telling the truth, or at least innocent. And if that's the case, then there's no mimic among the red boxes is a lie. Which would mean this. And then this is the truth. But then that would make too many liars. Oh. Too many liars. Too many liars. So, red could never be a mimic, is what I'm understanding here. You're lying. Let me see here. What else could I understand here? There's no mimic among the blue boxes. It's a self thing. There's no mimic among the black boxes. I should probably assume this for now. Okay, let's assume you're telling the truth. Like you're both telling the truth. Then all of these are innocent, right? And these are the mimics. There's a mimic among the red boxes. You would be the confused. There is no mimic among the black boxes. There is no mimic among the red boxes. This is indeed true. But that's a bit too convenient, right? That's a bit too convenient. I need to check every possibility. What if you're both lying? There's a mimic among the black boxes. This is true. There is no mimic among the blue boxes. That could be a lie. There is a mimic among the red boxes. You're lying as well. There is no mimic among the blue boxes. The leftmost contains no mimics. Wow, this is damn difficult actually. Let's do this again. Can this ever be a mimic though? Alright, let's say both of these are mimics. Then you're confused. Then you're also confused. So this guy could never be a mimic, is what I'm understanding. There's a mimic among the blue boxes. There's a mimic among the black boxes. What if you're the mimic? Let's assume that. Then none of the black boxes are mimics. Yeah, it's that argument. If you're a mimic, that means there is a mimic here, which means both of these are innocent. Which means there's no mimic among the black boxes would be the confused one. But then there are two of these then. That's way too many liars. Yeah, too many liars, which means you're always telling the truth. Anyways, I should probably use an item now. I can't think for the other ones. Okay. There is a mimic among the red boxes. You're lying. You're lying, you're lying, you're lying, you're lying. But then again, is there a situation? Oh, wait, there is no mimic is always lying. Yeah, that's right. This is a situation where this one is always lying. But I don't know. Hmm. Okay, what if you're the confused? And then you're the mimics. There's no mimic among the black boxes. Um, that's so annoying actually. I can't tell. I'm just gonna leave. I need more time to think. Need more time to think. Okay. The leftmost column has. Oh, you're always telling the truth. Oh, you're always telling the truth. You're always telling the truth, but you could be lying. It's not confirmed here. You're always no. There is a mimic among the black boxes. I'm not sure about that. There is a mimic among the black boxes. Okay, well that's way too many. Bottom row has at least one mimic. There is no mimic among the black boxes. Okay, I should probably assume something first. Okay. What if you're both lying? There's a mimic among the black boxes is a lie. All of the black boxes are good, which means you're default good, and you could be confused, but I'm not sure. See? The box below me is a mimic. With this guy's always a liar though. So I need to think. Oh, what this would be the result. Which means you're always a mimic. But one of these would be confused. Is what I'm understanding here. The bottom has at least one mimic. Okay. That's inconsistent. Wait. That doesn't make sense. Okay, so this could never be true. Wow. There's no mimic among the black boxes. It's a lie. Wow. I did not expect that. The bottom row, the rightmost column has one or more mimics. This is always a mimic, right? Okay, let's assume you're a mimic and then nobody here is a mimic at the right side. Then there's a mimic among the black boxes. There's a mimic among the black boxes. You could be confused. But then you would be lying. Oh, that does make sense. So this is always true. You're always the mimicking. Yeah. There is no mimic among the black boxes. What is this? What does that mean though? I know this is lying. And I know this is always lying. Because there's no more space for truthful people. Whatever. I don't really care actually. Alright, 11 HP. There's a mimic among the... Two of the mimics are not neighbors. Alright, this is always safe to open. There is a mimic among the black boxes. Hmm. It's because you guys are contradicting. I'm not really sure yet. Let's just do this. There is a mimic among the black boxes. Wait, there's no space. There's no space with all these liars. Okay, let's see. Two of the mimics are not neighbors. Well, this could be a lie. The mimics are neighbors. What's the other possibility? Let me see. Two mimics hide side by side is a lie. This is the truth. Which means this is the mimic. And then boom. But then who would be the confused? Ah, yes. One of these is the confused. You could be confused, I guess. Or you're the confused. No, it's true. There is no mimic among the black boxes. This is truth. Two of the mimics are neighbors. And then who would be the confused? Oh, you would be the confused, yeah. I mean, that's a little bit too convenient, right? I mean, I need to figure it out. Two of the mimics are not neighbors. Okay, what if this is a lie? This is a lie because you're actually a mimic and then boom, haha, I got you. Or something like that. Two of the mimics are not neighbors or something like this. But then you would be telling the truth. Okay, let me see. So you could never be a mimic, is what I'm understanding here. Okay. How about you? Then none of the black boxes can be a mimic. Which means this is the answer. Two of the mimics are not neighbors, is the truth. This is a lie. This is a lie. Okay, so there is a proof for that. Okay. What if you're the liar? There's no mimic among the black boxes. It's a lie. This is the truth. You're confused. No, this... Yeah, you're confused. And then... What? But then... I don't think this can be confused. I don't know. I'm just gonna open... Wait. I'm not sure about the top one. Let's just open this. And then I'll use an item for this one. Two mimics hide side by side. I know what? It's just an item, right? I mean... I don't know. I don't know the answer. Let's just go. And then there. Two mimics are hiding in red boxes. The box below me is a mimic. Zero mimics are hiding in red boxes. Okay, what if you're lying? Hmm. What if you're lying and this really is a mimic? The box on the right is a mimic then. That means you're innocent. You could be like confused, like us. Let me see here. You would be telling the truth. You would be telling a lie. Truth, 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 truth. That's a bit too convenient, right? I mean, that's a bit too convenient. What if you're both telling the truth and this is actually a mimic? This must be true then. There's no space, so you're confused then. And then you're also confused. Wait, that's way too many liars. So, if I'm understanding this correctly, this one can never be telling the truth, I guess. Which means I should always open you. Unless this is a confused. Actually, never mind. I'm just gonna open this. But what if this is a confused? Never mind. I don't know actually. But I'm just gonna open all this. It's the logic, right? You're lying, obviously. You're obviously lying, and I'm not sure who's lying. One mimic hiding in a black box. One mimic hiding in a black box. You're both telling the same thing, which means this must be the mimic. Which means this is a mimic. Which means this is the confused. Yeah, I opened so many. Alright. I healed. Alright, so I should probably sell my stuff now. Javelin and boring rock. There's no point in the rock. Deep heal. Deep heal. Hmm. Gear durability. No, I don't need that. And then I just gotta buy the stuff that I need. Alright. I'm ready, I think. Alright. Right. Wow. I got I got a slate piece. Nice. New high score. You receive 20 adventure points. Okay. Hunger rate or starting gear? I think I think hunger rate. I think this one has the best benefits. Because damn, it's really that fast. Okay, what's next? What's next? What's next? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do this random. Sure. I don't know how many mimics there are, but I'll be smart about it. There's a mimic among the red boxes. You could be both mimics. And there's really no mimics among the red boxes. And then this would be true. And then boom. What's the other possibility? The other possibility is this is true and this they could be lying. Like right here. Let me see here. Let's say let's say this is lie. Then that would be four liars. That would make sense. So this is never lying. I understand. This is never lying. But this is always telling the truth. Okay, so what now? There's no mimic. But well, there is a red. Huh. Let's see. There's no mimic among the blue boxes. That's true. Which means you're both telling the truth. Which means this is the answer. Yeah. Bottom row, top row. There is a mimic among the blue boxes. That's a lie. Up right from me is a mimic. There is a mimic among the black boxes. And this is the answer. Alright. The top row contains no... Okay. The top row has at least... Anyways, let's just do this. There's a mimic among... The bottom row has at least one mimic. Damn. There's a mimic among the blue boxes. This must be true. The bottom row has at least one mimic. Okay, let's say you're lying. Then both of these are good. Then that means this is bad. There's a mimic among the red boxes. This is true. Well, that's a bit too convenient, I think. Okay, what if you're telling the truth? You're telling the truth. I see. Oh, wait, is there a possibility where red can never be like lying? Like there is a mimic among the red boxes. This is a lie, and there's literally none. And this is the answer. Can that be possible? There is a mimic among the black boxes. I don't think it's possible. There's always one of the red is always lying. But this is true. Yeah. There is a mimic among the black boxes. What if you're lying? Then this is innocent. But if you're telling the truth, then this is lying. Which makes this true. But if you're lying, then this is good. I don't know. I think I need... Oh. Well, I don't have the answer. I need the freaking thing that tells me. Oh my... Oh my god. There's no way. This is so... And the weapon broke. One of these boxes contains a mimic. Well, that's true. Unless... Well, whatever. They can't all be lying, so... You're lying, obviously. Diagonal down right from me. Well, it's only one of these boxes, so it's probably this. Ah, jeez. Alright, there we go. 11. 11. There we go. The box on the right is a mimic. Wow. Alright. Diagonal down left from me isn't a mimic. Fine, 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 fine. Let's just trust this. I mean, this must be true. Okay, so who has mimics then? The top? Yeah, the top. The box on the right is a mimic. You could be a mimic yourself. Bottom row has more mimics than the top. That's a blatant lie, and I know it. The box on the right is a mimic. That's true. Alright, let's move to the next floor. And then we do this. And then we manually attack this. Is there other gear that I could use? I want to save the sword, actually. Let's just use the Zombato and then switch to the sword. Ta-ta-da. Alright, I solved everything. I need this, and I obviously need two of this. So I'm never gonna solve anything without that. Let's just leave. The one mimic is hiding in a red box. I mean, you guys could all be. Never mind. That's impossible. So one of the mimics is. Three mimics are in blue box. One mimic is in a black box. Okay. Alright. Well, that was Mimic Logic. That was fun. Yeah, it's been a while since I played that. Well, goodbye.